Donna.
Yeah.
And I've been doing this thing from in the 90s,
Wow.
you know. And I used to live in Italy, and when I come back here, I started to do show business and my restaurant and my guest
Okay,
house.
nice. Where in Italy were you living?
I used to live in Milano.
Milano was that's related to fashion, the fashion industry.
Yes, the latest fashion, everything.
Yeah.
If you want the real Italian stuff, you have to go there. The ones them what they send out of Italy, it's not the classic ones, but they can go on.
Yeah,
But if you want the classic one, you have to go there. 'Cause I met every movie star there in Italy, in Upum, where I used to go shopping. And Madonna, the all of them, and they close that door, but the lady knows me because I always go there. So she say, can you give me just half an hour when I finish wrap them up, I get to you.
Yeah, were you
Don't go away.
Were you a part of like the fashion industry? Why how did you get to Italy in the first place?
Oh, well, the reason why I go to Italy, I used to live in Red Ground, and I met one Italian boy and one American boy, and they were staying at, I don't remember the place name now, but I go to Yacht Club, and Bob Marley was there the night when I went there, and because it was a nice show, and I met them, and so when I met them, one named Mauricio, and he go and get 2 bananas, and he come and said, one for you, one for me. And I said, go away from here, you little Italian boy. What you know about one for you, one for me? You know the third one. And he said, yeah. And then he said, me, love you. And I said, don't bother with that. And that time I was really rude girl to you.
Yeah.
So I said, don't bother with that. And my little friends, they come and said, don't rough him up. You don't want to go foreign. And I said, yeah, but I don't know. And said, talk with him nice,
Exactly.
So anyway, he speak with me, and then he tells me, I love you, tomorrow me come stay where you live. So I said, I live in at a guest house. I'm the cook there. So he said, we come, my friend.
Nice.
So they move 12 o'clock and come there. And I said, Miss Ruby, you have 2 guests. And she said, yeah, man, open the door, let them in, and so on. So we welcome them. They were there like for 3 months until the money was run out. And I lent them some money, and I used to cook and trust them some food. And then they said, I'm going to call my mother to send me money because it's too much pressure on you. So they call her, and she said she don't know how to send the money because those time was hard. And if they catch them
How
sending,
old were you at that time around?
I was like a 22.
Oh.
And they said,
golden age. Yeah.
And they said, if they catch the Italian people, I'm sending money out of Italy at the time, they prison them.
Oh, wow.
So she couldn't do it.
Wow.
So I lent him the money, and then I said, listen, go back home and bring back my money, come give me or send it, because you say you mafia, we Jamaican para mafia. So he laughed and said, no, we come back with money. So about 3 weeks later, it was my day off, and I was sleeping, and I feel something going. I said, and I look, I see him, I say, what you doing here? He said, I bring money for you. And my mother said, I must take you back for vacation because until you give my friend good medicine for drugs, what he was taking, and he's not taking any more drugs, so they want to make you holiday. So I said, no, I won't come. And he started to cry and said, please. And the lady what I was working for, Miss Ruby, said, go. Opportunity come but once. My little money can't help you. Go, and if you don't like it, you come back. So I went. And he tell me, don't bring no clothes because they buy so much clothes and shoes for you, waiting for you. So when I go to a big party waiting for me.
Oh, nice.
So I didn't have to take nothing.
Nice. How long? That's an amazing story. How long did you stay there?
I stayed there 2 years, and then I start to get homesick. I start to cry. I want to come back, and then.
And what did you do when you were there in Italy for those 2 years?
I was doing hair.
Okay,
they call it bigodini. I was braiding hair.
So, and that was at that time must have been a big thing.
Yeah, because.
So you started the trend.
Because the Italian man who take me there, his sister is a hairdresser.
Wow, so it kind of fits.
Yeah. So I was there working with her in the hairdressing parlor.
In the salon. Very good, very good.
And, I said, I want to go back home. Because I am sick, I want to go back. And I said, I don't like my color, I'm too brown. And they take me to the doctor and said, nothing wrong with you, that's your normal color, but because you are in the cold, that's why you show up. When you go in the sun hide your color, make you brown, so it's good.
What are some of the things that, those stories happen to, I think, great people, because you showed the real, our real culture and the real generosity of a Jamaican queen, right?
Yes.
So what that did was at that time, though, in our history and even it was difficult, and as it is still difficult for black people in the world. But what you did was you got an opportunity as a young lady to go to Italy, and that itself is a big thing. And so, and you started. It just so happened that he was connected with something that you could do
Yes,
to
because-
allow you to kind of make some
Yeah, because
money.
the two of them were on drugs, and I go in the hills and boil herbs and give to them, and so they get better. And the mother said, "Go to Jamaica and bring her." That's how I really get there. And when
Okay, so she knew that you're being very helpful to her son in that
yes,
sense.
yes,
Okay, very good. And so you stayed for 2 years, and then you came back to Jamaica.
yes, and then I go back because when I came here, it was like it was politician time, and Siaga won, and it was like people am having problem, hungry, and all the things. So all my money, what I come, I give it to my family, and all the clothes them and everything. And I said, I gotta go back. I'm not staying here. So I go back there, and then I don't get homesick again because here was worse.
Okay, I understand. So if you had to make a choice at that time as a young lady, at that time, Italy
Was the best
and that's
choice.
quite exotic to be in Italy at that time because there's a lot of things happening in Italy as well.
Yeah, and
so
then-
you have a grand story for that. That is for sure, in the sense that just what you have shared with me so far. I mean, it's just such an experience that I could imagine. So what made you decide to finally come back, and how long?
Wait, I have to
how
tell
long
you
was
about
it?
that. When I was in Italy, there was no black people there. I was the only black one. And when I go down in the town one day, I see one black man, and he was tall, and and he said, "Buongiorno," that means good morning. And I said to him, "Buongiorno," and then I was going, and then he looked around, and I said, that's a Jamaican. All the Jamaican people look back. And I said, "Hey, are you Jamaican?" And he said, "Yes."
Yeah.
But he was a movie star. He was an actor.
Do you remember the name of the family again? You said that in the beginning of this conversation.
Mauricio.
Mauricio.
Yeah,
and
my
what's his
Italian friend was
what's his last name?
Candia.
Mauricio
Candia.
And you will never forget that name, because
No.
are you still in connection with that family?
The mother died. She came here and visit me like 3 times, but she passed because she had complicated sickness.
Oh, yeah.
And then Mauricio, he had little problems, and I think he died too.
Well, you're not sure,
But somebody did tell me that they think he's gone.
but they're not sure either.
No. But those phone and thing what I used to have in time get messed up and so
Okay,
I
so
lost the numbers.
can you spell his last name? Can you spell it, please?
Candia.
Candia, and the first name is. Can you spell it, please?
Mor Maurice, Mories.
CIO
Yeah.
or something like that.
Yeah.
Mauricio. There's a standard name for Mauricio, so I'll definitely check on that for you. Yeah, I mean, is it okay if I check into that for you?
You can, no problem.
Yeah.
I have no problem with that.
That would be very
Because,
that would be very interesting,
because,
because there's a grand story behind this.
Yes,
and
and
it
he
relates
was-
to humanity.
And he becomes the love of my life because I have never find no one that love me like him. He would go and shop for the best things for me, and when he come to Jamaica, he bring me the bag of money and say, "This is yours. Just give me my fare to go to the beach and so on." He did love me so much and respect. If I find somebody like him, again, my God, it's like I have the world.
Okay, very good. So, you went back. Okay, after the first time of coming back, you went back and you spent 2 years and came back. And
Yeah,
you decided to go back again.
Yeah, I spent totally 7 years there.
So you came back. You're originally from Negril.
No, I am original from St. Thomas. I was born in St. Thomas, but I lived there when I was a little girl. I grew up in Kingston, and then I was there all the time. And then, my Kingston boyfriend, he took me down here for a holiday, and I like it, so I look a job for cooking, so I stay. And then he said, you cannot stay here, I'm going to take you back up. So he took me back up, and I run away and come back here alone. And then next time he saw me, I was just coming from Europe. And then the manager for that restaurant said to me, "Dolores, You remember Walter, the man who bring you come to Negril and buy out the whole bar so the people and food and everything? I said, I don't know what you're talking about. And he said, he's right behind him. He said, me, look behind you, I don't look. I said, I don't know who you're talking. You know, and I said, give me my food. And I pay him and I go away. You know, I run out. Because it's been so long, I never want to really go back where I'm coming from. You know, because he was a very nice person, but I never like him style. Because he have 3 houses, big house in Beverly Hills and all about, and he have hot and cold water, but he don't like to bathe, you know, so I run away from him. Yeah.
When did that's quite funny. When did you start to, when did you become the artist? That is your artist name, Belladonna?
No, my business.
What's your business name?
Yes,
What is your artist name?
Firewoman.
Firewoman.
But you know, when you go to YouTube, you'll find that Empress Belladonna.
Empress Belladonna. And you told me when we just met about a song that you
Gigolo.
have. Gigolo. That is the
title of the name.
The title of the song, and it's produced by.
It's produced by one guy named Caesar.
Caesar.
An engineer named Caesar.
Okay.
Yes, he's the one who voiced me. But I wrote my song and I sang my song.
And Caesar's from is it what studio or what
He's
house?
from Spanish Town, you know, but he used to have a little studio down here and a business, and it happened that's him leave. He went back.
So
No problem arise when he went back home.
So tell us about this would be documented as your first hit song.
Yes.
Okay.
That was my first hit
Okay,
song.
and basically how far.
Ron Machete played a lot, and when he played 3 times before he stopped, and he always laughing, and everybody in the studio laughing, because when you hear it on the ear, you can hear they're laughing, you know. And he said, the reason why we laugh, any song that make you laugh is the best tune you can ever think of.
I understand.